Hello everybody, welcome back to Hollywood Sports, the most realistic sports channel on YouTube. Right now, I'm getting ready to bring you the slider setup and working on. You know, I'm not trying to say these sliders are going to make the game perfect, because that's just not going to happen, but it's going to make the gameplay better. I think we got a good game this year with NCAA 14, but you know how sometimes the CPU cheats a lot, and I tried to get the sliders so everything is even, but I'm just going to run the slider set to you. Here we go. I'm going one by one. Alright, here are the user sets. Quarterback accuracy is 85. And the reason why it's 85 is because I tried to go with zero sliders on a lot of areas when it comes to line blocking and stuff like that. So it kind of takes the when you reduce the sliders, it kind of takes the power away from the game. So I realized that the quarterback accuracy needs to be at least 85, and you'll see it'll be some nice passes thrown in this game. And I'm gonna do the user, then I'll do the CPU. Pass blocking is 5. Wide receiver catching is 100, because there's a lot of drop passes in this game. So if you put it up to 100, you're still going to get some drop passes, but it's going to cut at least half of those drops out. Running back ability is 10. I had it down at 0, but I had to raise it up. I kept raising it up, and 10 is where it should be. Because, again, when you reduce sliders, it seems like it takes away the energy of the game, and everything just drags along. So the running back ability needs to be at 10. Okay, because I'm trying to get everybody to use their ratings. And if you notice, there's less sliders than it was in NCAA 13. There's a whole lot less sliders. So it's probably because the game is playing a lot better and they designed the game a lot better. So running back ability is 10. Run blocking, I put it at 0 because we want the ratings of the players to take over. Once you put sliders on, the sliders control everything. The CPU basically controls everything. But I put it on 0, and those guys, the offensive linemen, and they block pretty good. I showed you examples of that when I was doing my the run blocking plays on the videos I did. They blocked pretty good. They got their assignments down, and it was set to 0. So every team you play, it's going to be based on rating. It's not going to be based on, it's going to be based on your skill, but it's going to be based on ratings, on how your guys block. And then it kind of helps your recruiting also. When you're getting guys with these high ratings, when you're recruiting, it really affects and improves your team. Alright, let's go to pass coverage. Pass coverage, you know, I got it set so guys don't jump routes. They're not really looking at the ball, and they're getting interceptions and stuff like that. It's really adjusted pretty good. You're really going to have to go through your progressions when you're a quarterback. You're not going to just be able to throw it to anybody. These guys are going to be covered. As you saw in my videos, if you watch my videos, the coverage is going to be pretty good. You're going to have to go through your progressions. All right. Interceptions, it's adjusted to 100, because a lot of times you guys see, though, there's a lot of dropped interceptions, you know, and raising it to 100 is not going to make it 100%, but it's going to be 90%. It's going to be interceptions if they get their hands on it. If the defense put their hands on the ball, most likely it's going to be an interception, trust me. But it's still going to be a few drops, but not as many as it was before. Rush defense is 0. So the defensive lineman is going to be based on their rating. And believe me, they're going to get in. That defense is coming in. I got it adjusted where they're going to come in, because it's based on the pass blocking and stuff like that. So you're going to get a pretty good rush. But it's realistic rushes. You're going to have time to go through your progressions to your receivers. Tackling, 50. It's going to be some good tackling. Field goal power, 50. See, and one thing I realized, I try to take these things to 0, but they can't be at 0. I mean, it just won't work. So they won't tackle either. So the tackling is at 50. Field goal power is at 50, field goal accuracy at 50, punt power is 50, punt accuracy is 50, and kickoff power is 50. All right, let's go to the CPU settings. Same thing, quarterback accuracy is 85. You guys can see them on the screen, but I'm gonna go through it. Pass blocking, 5. Wide receiver catching, 100. Running back ability, 10. Run blocking, 0. Trust it, it's gonna work, 0. Those linemen are gonna block because they're not being controlled by the sliders of the CPU. The program. Pass coverage, 65. The guys will play pretty good coverage, but it's going to be based on their ratings. Okay? Interceptions, 100. Rush defense, 0. Tackling, 50. There's the same things as the user. All right? Let's go over here. And now the rules you can set how you want, but I have everything set at 50. Everything is set at 50 when you come to the penalties and false starts. Okay, gameplay options. It's on Heisman. Heisman was the setting. If you go higher than Heisman, the computer's gonna cheese and cheat you. Heisman is the most even setting I could find with the sliders going a certain way. If you go above Heisman, I know everybody want to be an All-American, but the CPU is gonna cheat you. It's gonna cheat you. And it's not gonna be a good game. You're gonna be like, what? Why is my guy run right by him? He had a chance to sack him, but he went the other way. It's because the CPU is controlling your player. So keep it on Heisman. You'll get a lot better realistic competition without the CPU cheating. And that's offensive and defensive skills. Put it on Heisman. User to user, put it on Heisman. If you want a better game, put it on Heisman. Injuries. You can turn them on and off. Mine is on. Fatigue is on. My quarter lengths are 3 minutes. You can put them wherever you want. Play clock. Coaching tips. Game speed. It has to be on slow for these sliders to work because the game engine for Madden is pretty old. I mean, for NCAA, it's pretty old. So when you have your foot planning, your spin moves, all those type of things as a running back, when you're going slow, it gives them a chance to do that. The offensive linemen, when they're pulling, and when you're doing sweeps and options, it gives your players a chance to react at a slower speed. If you got them going too fast, they're not going to make the game is not going to run that fast, and those players aren't going to react that fast. So at a slower speed, you're going to get the real good, solid animation. Okay? So play on slow. It's going to take you a minute to get used to it, but you're going to see the game's going to play a whole lot better. Now it's up to you, but it's on slow. Player minimum speed threshold, put it at 0. If you'll notice, a lot of times in this game, guys get run down all the time. If they break out in the sideline, like I said, running back does a sweep, and he's way out, somebody runs him down every time. That's because of the way the CPU in the game is built. But if you put it on 0, the minimum threshold, then their speed rating is really going to take effect. Their speed rating will take effect. Put it on 0. Home field advantage effect, do what you want. Ice the kicker, do what you want. And those basically are the settings, everybody. You know, the visual settings, I have it normal. I don't do roll to glory, but it's on play a lock. Reaction time is on, and play a lock is on. And those are the custom sliders, everybody. Those are the users. And the CPU. They're pretty much matched up the same. CPU and the user are pretty much the same. I hope I didn't go too fast. If I did, you can go ahead and pause it. But those are the sliders, everybody. And give me some feedback on what you think. Because I'm not trying to say these sliders are perfect, but right now it seems like it's playing okay. And sometimes when you get input from other people, and maybe you guys can make better adjustments based on these. But these are the basic adjustments, but I'm pretty sure they can be a little bit better. Because this is my first time ever trying to do this. I mean, I've done it with 2K, and I've done it with Madden, but I had other sliders as a base to work from, and they were basically from Versus. So this is the first time I ever started from scratch and had to build some sliders. So see how they work, try them out, give me some feedback, make some adjustments, let me know, maybe you can give me some improvements, and we'll take it from there. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time, everybody.